this is kind of going to be a longer one. I am finding two topics I've been like really wanting to talk about, and that is like the Blake Lively situation, and then the scary movie stuff that's been going around. Neither of these things relate to each other in any way, but I decided to do a twofer. So mostly what I want to talk about when it comes to Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is I don't even care about the drama. What I care about the most is like the content in which is being like revealed, the info that we're getting through all of this, and what that means for like a movie like Sinners. And also what it means to me as like a cinema guy, a film guy, a comic book guy. And so already, other than a list of films that I maybe should check out, I really have not paid attention to the Oscars. I'm ironically enough, I watched them in support of if a fellow TikToker like with Straw Hat Goofy was there. Like if he's on there, I'll support. So the algorithm tell the Oscars that they need to bring him back type of deal. But I really don't care about it because it's honestly not a fair system. Should I say not a fair system? It's mostly just like friends voting for friends. If you're familiar of Elia Kazan, and then you know that like there is campaigning when it comes to the Oscars, and if you're aware of the whole Harvey Weinstein campaigning for, I lost Gwyneth Paltrow, right? And like that's how she got her Oscar, right? So it's all these things. So you have all this stuff running against you, and not that I don't think Ryan Coogler and team are not going to win anything. I think they'll win something. But I honestly believe that somehow one battle after another is going to beat them and win Best Picture. And that's not as interesting as knowing that it's a campaign thing. It's not like based on any real status or stats of like what people truly went to go see and what truly made a cultural impact. It's all about like who your friends are and who you've like campaigned with and stuff like that. But with the Baldoni and Blake Lively thing has like showed us this is like how beyond the Oscars the studio system is, because we have been told that she has gotten other A-list actors to tell a company like Sony to go after her cut of the film, rather Justin, who is the writer, producer, director, which is like, there's a lot of that going on right now, by the way, like for a couple of years now. And I'm just like, what is the point of the Directors Guild? Like, isn't there something in place that says like the directors get the final? I don't know. But I say like the fact that somebody who's like a B-list star like Blake Lively, the fact that she could reach out to A-list star friends and say, go to the company, like Matt Damon, and say, go to the company Matt Damon and tell the company Sony that they should go after my cut instead of Justin's cut is wild. That's super, it's crazy, right? Because like, what does that mean to somebody like, and I'm just assuming, I don't know them personally, but what does that mean to somebody like Ryan Coogler who might not have those type of connections, or and is really just going off the seat of their pants, or really just relying on their talent, right? This reminds me of a joke that Chris Rock, who's problematic in a lot of ways, but he points out the fact that like he lives in a housing development with like Jay-Z, who's the best has ever done it, and another celebrity who's the best black celebrity that's the best they ever done it, and he's one of the funniest black comedians that's ever done it, and they all live here. And the fact that his dentist, his neighbor, is a white dentist who he didn't invent teeth. He's not like a world renowned dentist. He's just simply a dentist, and that's his neighbor. And this kind of reflects that in a sense. It's because like Blake Lively isn't a world renowned actor. She doesn't have anything I could say like is good. She's honestly, it would seem from what the information that I'm told that she's not that great of a person, right? But she has these connections to rely on. Let's look at what Ryan Coogler has done to earn his nominations. My man has literally invented a new way to film something. Like he took IMAX cameras and he made multiple, like he made a new way to film. Like, you know how wild that is? That's wild. And it's sad because like the Oscars really come down, and Hollywood seems to come down to like not talent at all or hard work really. It's just about like who you know. And so I pass this question off to you. Yeah, should a film be awarded best on based on its like creativity, its cultural impact, or is it fair that like the Oscars in Hollywood runs this way? Because I think that's pretty effed up in my opinion, and it feeds into the reason why like I really don't care about the Oscars because it's pretty much just like friends high fiving each other, and you just have to send out a press kit and stuff and have people that you know vote for you. So it's like really the most rigged system of rigged systems, right? Um, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, as usual. And now let's talk about Scary Movie 6. Let me start off by saying this: the Wayans brothers are the Wayans brothers, and they're best when they are in a controlled situation. When they're on their own, I don't know. Like the Wayans Brother TV show was cool, sort of. Like out of all the black shows on TV, I think it's like kind of like the worst one in a way. They had funny moments, but often when the Wayans brothers make their TV shows, the Wayans family. Well, you know what, the Wayans, strictly Marlon and Sean. I will say that because like with Keenan and Damon, their movies seem to be like they really seem to be aiming towards more like cinema and film. They really want to make a good product, right? But Marlon and Sean's thing, for me, almost comes off as like anti-black. Like a lot of the jokes are at us instead of with us. Okay, if you've ever seen the Book of Mormon, their comedy is like that. So already when I see anything that Sean puts out, it's in the negative. Like I'm starting the film off watching it at a -5. Like even the latest Scary Movie trailer that has Kim Wayans in it, it's like why are we? It's very much caricatures of black people. So I out the gate, it's kind of like. However, I do think in this time right now that we need to laugh. Whether or not that's a scary movie, I don't know. I'm still going to go see it. We're going to see what freaking happens about it. I've seen a lot of people a lot of people are like, oh, they made this they them joke that's so 2016. I will say that it's kind of the point. Like the Wayne's humor has always been dated. It's nothing new. Um, it's going to be um part of the gimmick. It's honestly going to be part of the thing. That's their whole aesthetic, right? Is to make these corny, cheesy jokes. I will say, um, what's funny to me in Discord sometimes is like how quickly people will jump down the throats of like black comedians and stuff like that, and not like think about like just other stuff that's happening. But I think it's because the African American community can take the criticisms, like they will take the criticisms and just keep going. And it's valid criticism. I will say that. But I like that a lot of people like take on Scary Movie 6 as like cinema based or film based, and it's just like, guys, it's honestly not that serious. Just don't see the film. Don't don't go to the film. It's not that serious. It's never that serious when it comes to the Wayans brothers. And this is coming from somebody who preempted this with say like their comedy is often anti-black, right? So, and I say that to say I've literally watched. I just don't like. It has nothing to do. Okay, let me say this. I don't like the criticisms being about film or cinema because you cannot compare Wayne's, as particularly Sean and Marlon's films, to cinema, and you cannot hold them to a high regard because they're simply not that person. However, I will say Sean Wayans is one of the most um brilliant dramatic actors. And I'll say this: if you don't know that, then like don't talk about like them in cinema because like it's so crazy. It's a crazy take. But yeah, and I say all this like, don't measure them again. Don't, you cannot measure a scary movie or a scary movie on cinema because it's not a cinematic or a film, right? But at the same time, I've watched people lose their minds for like Hamnet and like Wuthering Heights, and it's like cool. Like it's like cool. You found out about Dehancer and you're going crazy with it, and you've got a lot, a LUT roll, right? You got a bunch of LUTs, and you're like, that's easily like what those films are. Like, geez, like I love that like people put their film criticism hats on for a scary movie, but not those films. And it's just like, okay, awesome. Somebody took a color correction class, and now we got Hamnet, and like, awesome, cool, awesome. You know how to use warm color filter. Like, come on, guys. Like, neither of those movies were like good. Like, and if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like a film cinema critiquer, then like it's clear where you are. Like, you're, it's just for clout, and that's cool. But like, yeah, if you're one of those people who are like Hamnet, like people paid money multiple times to go see that silly shit, and Wuthering Heights, and it's just like there are multiple PBS and adaptations of Wuthering Heights, so you didn't have to go pay to see that trash. Like, um, yeah. Clearly, you guys know how I feel about this situation, but I will say, like, that is just weird to me. Like, this is where we're gonna draw the line, like cinematically and film. We're gonna draw the line at Scary Movie 6. Like, guys, come on. I had to sit through multiple freaking reels and TikToks about how great Hamnet is, and it's just like awesome. This guy knows how to use the De-Answer app. Like, that's cool. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's like we're gonna keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck all the way. Like, let's not start with like the first immediate Black Project out to start like complaining. Like, it should have started with Amnet and Wuthering Heights. But that guys, those are my like 2 cents in this two for video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for Scary Movie 6 or whatever? Me, I'm just like, here comes the jokes that make Black people look ridiculous. I mean, like, I hope like they've gotten better. Like, it's so weird because Marlon Wayans is a great dramatic actor. He is a great dramatic actor. I don't know why he comes out Black people so strong in his comedy, but it's like, whatever. Like, hopefully he's learned something. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, I almost left without saying thanks for stopping by. Stay excellent.